You are stuck. Look around. This life you are living is a fortress you built, a fortress of comfort, and you don't even know why the walls are closing in. Most people exist in this state of quiet stagnation, a slow, creeping paralysis they mistake for stability. They wonder why the horizon never changes, why their dreams remain distant, intangible whispers. They are trapped, not by external forces but by the very routines they cherish. The truth is simple and brutal. Growth stops the moment comfort becomes your primary objective. It withers when your daily existence is engineered to avoid friction, to eliminate all resistance. You have perfected a life of ease, and you are paying the price with your potential. You have traded the vast, unpredictable ocean of growth for a calm, shallow pond, and you wonder why you can't swim. This life, the one you are currently experiencing, is a direct reflection of your habits. It is the sum total of your daily choices, your repeated actions, your ingrained behaviors. You cannot architect a new reality while clinging to the old blueprints. You cannot ascend to a higher version of yourself by walking the same circular path. To believe that your life will magically transform without a fundamental change in what you do every single day is the definition of delusion. The change you seek is not a lottery ticket you might win. It is a structure you must build, brick by painful brick, habit by deliberate habit. Your current habits have constructed your current cage. Only new habits can forge the key to unlock it. The first light that pierces this self-imposed darkness is awareness, not a passive acknowledgement, but a deep, uncomfortable recognition of the truth. You must see your life for what it is, not what you pretend it to be. You must look at your patterns, your weaknesses, your compromises, with unflinching honesty. This is the first step, and for many, the most difficult. It requires you to stop lying to yourself. It demands that you confront the person in the mirror and admit that the responsibility lies with them, and them alone. Awareness is the painful, necessary awakening from the slumber of self-deception. Without it, you are merely a passenger in your own life, driven by unconscious impulses and outdated programming. Real change is impossible until you are willing to see the unvarnished truth of your own complicity in your stagnation. And what is the primary tool of this self-deception? Excuses. They are the lullabies you sing to yourself to stay asleep. They are the justifications you invent to rationalize inaction. I don't have time. The conditions aren't right. It's not my fault. Each excuse is a bar in your cage, a stone in the wall that boxes you in. They feel reasonable. They sound logical. But their true function is to protect you from the burden of effort and the fear of failure. Excuses keep you small because being small is comfortable. They absolve you of responsibility and allow you to remain a victim of circumstance. But you are not a victim. You are a volunteer. Every time you utter an excuse, you are actively choosing your comfort over your growth. You are reinforcing the belief that you are powerless, when in reality, you are simply unwilling. So you repeat the same day, over and over again. You wake up, follow the same script, engage with the same distractions, and fall asleep with the same vague sense of dissatisfaction. You live in a loop, a cycle of monotony, yet you hold a secret expectation that tomorrow, somehow, the outcome will be different. This is a profound error in logic. The universe does not reward repetition with novelty. It rewards it with more of the same. The results you desire, the strength, the success, the fulfillment exists on a different plane of existence, one that cannot be reached by your current trajectory. You are running in place, sweating and straining, but going nowhere. You are confusing motion with progress. The scenery will never change until you find the courage to step off the treadmill and chart a new course. What is missing is not motivation. You have moments of inspiration. You watch videos, you read books, you feel a surge of desire to change. But that feeling is fleeting. It is an emotional spark, not a sustainable fire. What you lack is discipline. Discipline is the engine that drives you forward when motivation has long since abandoned you. It is the commitment to the process, not the mood. It is the choice to do what is necessary, regardless of how you feel. Motivation is a fair-weather friend. Discipline is the unwavering ally that shows up in the storm. You are waiting for the feeling to be right, for the stars to align, but growth does not wait for an invitation. It is forged in the mundane, thankless moments of disciplined action, day after day. This is the non-negotiable law of progress. Growth requires discomfort. It demands that you step outside the circle of what you know and venture into the territory of what you do not. It requires you to be a beginner, to feel awkward, to fail. Every muscle grows by being torn. Every skill is honed through frustrating repetition. Your character is fortified by facing the challenges you would rather avoid. You have become so adept at seeking comfort that you have developed an allergy to the very process that would save you. The moment a task becomes hard, the moment your will is tested, you retreat. You seek solace in distraction and ease. This relentless avoidance of discomfort is the primary reason you are not growing. You have mastered the art of semantic deception. You avoid the hard, necessary work and you call it patience. You delay the difficult conversation and you call it timing. You procrastinate on the crucial project and you call it planning. But it is not patience. It is fear. It is not strategy. It is avoidance. Patience is active. It is enduring the process while you are putting in the work. What you are practicing is glorified idleness. You are waiting for the perfect moment that will never arrive, using the noble concept of patience as a shield to hide your own inaction. You are not being patient with the process of growth. You are being patient with your own stagnation. True patience is the partner of persistence, not the alibi for it. The bedrock upon which any meaningful life is built is responsibility. It is the radical acceptance that you, and you alone, are the architect of your experience. It is the understanding that your thoughts, your choices, and your actions create your reality. This is not a burden, it is the ultimate empowerment. As long as you blame your parents, your past, your boss, or your circumstances, you remain a helpless child. You give away your power. The moment you claim absolute responsibility for your life, you reclaim the power to change it. Personal growth is not about finding the right technique or the perfect mentor. It begins and ends with the unwavering commitment to own your life in its entirety, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let us be clear. You are not growing because you are not changing. It is that simple. Growth is change. It is a fundamental transformation of your being, your habits, your mindset. You cannot remain the same person and expect a different life. You attend the same social events, consume the same media, hold the same conversations, and then wonder why your perspective never broadens. You are clinging to a static identity, afraid to shed the skin of who you have been for the uncertainty of who you could become. Growth is a process of subtraction as much as addition. You must be willing to let go of the parts of you that are holding you back. If nothing in your daily life is changing, then you are not growing. You are merely aging. The enemy of action is comfort. Comfort kills urgency. When your life is good enough, when the pain of staying the same is not yet greater than the pain of changing, you will not move. You have padded your existence with so many small pleasures and distractions that you have insulated yourself from the necessary jolt of dissatisfaction. This lack of urgency is a slow-acting poison. It makes you believe you have all the time in the world. It whispers that you can start tomorrow, next week, next year. But comfort is a thief. It steals your time, your ambition, and your future, all while making you feel safe and secure. You must cultivate a sense of productive urgency, a recognition that every day is a finite opportunity that, once gone, will never return. You are a master of postponement. You delay action and then you blame your circumstances. You wait for the economy to improve, for your schedule to clear up, for your energy to be higher. But these are just phantoms, excuses manufactured by a mind that fears the work ahead. The truth is, conditions will never be perfect. There will always be a reason to wait. Blaming your circumstances is a way to outsource your failure, to place it on something external so you do not have to face your own lack of resolve. It is an abdication of power. The successful do not wait for favorable conditions. They create them through their own relentless action. They move forward in spite of the circumstances, not because of them. Self-respect is not something you are given. It is not something you can affirm your way into. It is forged, it is built, incrementally, through the difficult act of keeping the promises you make to yourself. Every time you say you will wake up early and you do it, you add a layer to your self-respect. Every time you choose the workout over the couch, you add a layer. Every time you do the hard, necessary thing you said you would do, you build trust with the most important person in your life, yourself. The low self-esteem you feel is not a mysterious affliction. It is the natural consequence of repeatedly betraying your own word. You do not respect yourself because your actions have shown you that you are not respectable. Build your self-respect through daily, undeniable proof of your own integrity. The modern world has sold you a lie. It has sold you the idea of instant gratification, of reward without effort. But the laws of growth are ancient and unchangeable. Growth demands sacrifice before it offers results. It requires you to pay the price up front. You must sacrifice your comfort, your free time, your old habits, your limiting beliefs. You must invest your energy, your focus, and your discipline long before you see any tangible return. This is the great filter. It is where most people fail. They are unwilling to sow the seeds of effort when the harvest is not in sight. They want the outcome without the process. But there is no harvest without the labor. The sacrifice must come first. This is precisely the point where the majority gives up. They quit when growth begins to feel like growth. They mistake the discomfort, the struggle, and the friction for a sign that they are on the wrong path. They believe it should feel good, that it should be inspiring at every moment. But true growth feels like a battle. It feels like resistance. The moment it becomes uncomfortable is the moment you are actually making progress. It is a sign that you are pushing your boundaries, that you are challenging your limits. Quitting at this stage is like a patient stopping their antibiotics the moment they start to feel the side effects. The discomfort is not a signal to stop. It is the evidence that the medicine is working. You cannot fix your life until you fix your routine. Your life is your routine. It is the structure of your day. A chaotic, reactive, and undisciplined day will produce a chaotic, reactive, and undisciplined life. You look at the monumental task of changing your life and you feel overwhelmed, so you do nothing. The approach is wrong. Do not focus on changing your life. Focus on conquering your day. Design a routine built around the habits that will lead you to your goals, a structure for your morning, a plan for your work, an intention for your evening. Fix the microcosm of your day, and the macrocosm of your life will begin to transform itself. This is where momentum is born. It is born from focus and structure. When your days have a clear design, when your energy is channeled instead of scattered, you begin to build momentum. Each disciplined day stacks upon the last. Each small win creates a positive feedback loop. Focus provides direction. Structure provides the vessel through which that focus can be effectively applied. Without them, your efforts are sporadic bursts of energy that lead nowhere. You are like an engine, revving powerfully but not in gear. Structure is the transmission that engages the wheels and moves you forward. Create a structure for your days. Focus your intent, and you will become an unstoppable force. The journey begins now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. It begins the moment you decide that your excuses are no longer acceptable. It starts when the desire for growth finally outweighs the addiction to comfort. Look at your life. See the patterns, the compromises, the stagnation. See it all, and do not look away. This is your starting point. The discomfort you feel is a gift. It is a signal that a better version of you is waiting to be born. The excuses end here. The work begins now. Change your habits. Reclaim your responsibility. Embrace the discomfort. Fix this, and your life will change.